All right, and we're back. So every week I think about what should we talk about? What should be posted first the following week in its own segment? And this week, lucky enough, we're talking about OpenAI again. Look, they made the biggest headlines, I think, this week. With the news, I was really worried about what was going to be talked about this week, and I feel like this is the most important thing that we have to talk about. It's also the most detrimental thing because OpenAI has created a voice engine tool now. So they have regular language model, image, video, and now voice. Four. So I want to dive into this video real quick before I talk about my thoughts and opinions on it and see what they have going on. Mind you, OpenAI is not the first company or place to do voice AI anything. They're not. They are the first for the main competitors out in the world, whether that's being like Amazon or Google or Microsoft, whatever. They are the main people for that to do this voice system, but not entirely because some issues have arisen before. So let's just dive into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for the algorithm. I really appreciate it. And let's see what they have to say.
OpenAI helped kickstart the new era of artificial intelligence with its text-generating tool ChatGPT. It stunned us with its AI-generated visuals through DALL-E and amazed us with its text-to-video tool Sora. Now it's unveiling Voice Engine, a new text-to-audio generator that can turn this real human voice sample
Force is a push or pull that can make an object move.
into this AI-generated one.
Have you ever wondered why a soccer ball soars through the air?
OpenAI is saying it needs only a 15-second sample to generate a synthetic voice.
It's going to get a lot of companies really rushing to perfect and to update a lot of their platforms.
OpenAI is not the first company to demonstrate the ability to clone voices. The risks of the technology already clear.
Does it impress you or does it concern you?
I have to admit it's impressive, but I'm very concerned at the possibilities for these kinds of powerful technologies. There are no regulations so far.
Other voice-generating programs have already been used to create fake ransom messages, and even this fake robocall intended to sound like President Biden.
It's important that you save your vote for the November election.
OpenAI acknowledging the risks of this emerging technology, saying in its blog that it's working on the tool with a limited number of partners, and that, quote, "We are taking a cautious and informed approach to a broader release due to the potential for synthetic voice misuse." But the company also demonstrating its potential, showing what it can do across languages.
Friendship is a universal treasure.
Here's that same phrase in Spanish.
La amistad es un tesoro universal.
Again in Japanese.
友情は普遍的な宝物です.
And it's not just voices. OpenAI is also partnering with some filmmakers to try out its video generator Sora, creating short movies like this one.
I am literally filled with hot air.
OpenAI demonstrating its capabilities in part to push society to prepare for technology that is no longer a matter of if, but when. Marissa Parra, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
So this is something that could be potentially very crazy to witness because you have to look at what is really out there now. There's a lot that they just went over, and it's almost insane. Like the biggest thing about this is how dangerous and detrimental this can be to other people. Earlier this year, or when AI started ramping up and people saw how it can be used to impersonate people or create fake scenarios that never happened, this is a privacy warning for everybody. This is literally a privacy warning for everybody. Like anybody can take, all they need is you talking for 15 seconds and they can make up you saying some stuff. And I'm hoping that when something is used to alter your perspective in any way, it can be traced back to. Like there's a way that the metadata is talking about, hey, AI generated this in this way. This is the AI tool that was used to generate this in that way, and every AI tool needs to be able to track the metadata in this way of altering something and creating something that's deep fake or whatever. YouTube right now, when I go and post YouTube videos, every video I have to check if it's if any artificial intelligence stuff is used in it, like in the actual video. Like I have to say, if myself, if I went and made a video on an AI thing like Sora and created a fake me and presented this to you, I have to check and say that's not me. It's an art AI thing. I have to acknowledge if it's an AI song or AI voice being talked in the background. I have to acknowledge all this stuff on YouTube. And a lot of these platforms and these things need to be able to track if something's AI that's going to help people, because people are going to get hurt from this. A bunch of people are going to be hurt from this. And you can switch languages. So you can just, it can affect multiple different people in different countries and stuff along those lines. Like, no. That's something that kind of safety needs to be tracked from people. And we need to figure out how we are going to go about it. And what might be the best ways to go about it. What might be the best ways to go about it, because there's just so much to it. There's so much to it. We already seen that also in that video. We seen they were talking about Sora and already getting together with filmmakers. So this can mean a few things. This can mean a few things alone. One, when Sora came out, I already said it was going to affect the film industry. They're not going to need as many people. They're going to be able to create their own kind of videos, left, right, and center. But what does having a voice thing do? Hey, you can take somebody's voice. You don't even need voice actors for animated stuff anymore. You can tell the AI to take this person's voice 15 seconds and create a script for them to talk. And if you make it good enough and realistic enough, you won't need people making shows anymore. Whether that's animated shows, real shows, like they're showing realistic people and scenes and these stuff. It can be either way. It can go either way. And it's going to hurt some people. It's going to hurt some people's lives and things. One of the things that I personally am impressed that OpenAI does is how they lock down these new systems and give them to certain people and customers that they trust. For Sora, they sent the owner, Sam Altman, CEO, not the owner, whatever. He went to Twitter asking people for prompts so that he could post them and they could test them and put them out there to see its capabilities and things like that. He didn't just let the public run free with Sora, because what happens if you just let random end users use it and they damage your product and tarnish your product early because you gave them access and they do something that makes it spit out something that's hurtful to somebody? Then your thing looks bad, because we seen this happen with Copilot and Gemini earlier last month in March or the end of February. I believe it was early March. They, for their image generator, it was generating stuff that was harmful for some people or whatever, or misinterpreted people in the wrong light, I should probably say. And they had to shut it down for some time, work on it, get it back and running and stuff, because they let it free. They let the floodgates go with end users, and that's how it happened. I really like that OpenAI is keeping this contained as far as the voice thing and the video thing for now, until there's a way to help people and protect them better, because this eventually this is going to lead to something where you can give somebody a defamation case based off of like them fake doing your own voice and making up fake content about you to hurt your life, because people are going to do that. There are going to be people who do that out there, and you hopefully there's a way that you can win these cases and figure out everything's fake and not real, and or it might cause people to make up excuses and be like something real isn't real and stuff. These are all possibilities that are going to happen in the near future that we're going to run into, and it's insane. It's really insane that they're all possibilities, because it's going to get some people in trouble. It's going to get some people out there in trouble. It's going to harm some people if it's not handled the right way. And one of the biggest things I say consistently is that it needs to be handled the right way. If we handle the AI stuff the right, correct way, in the safest way possible, in a safely manner, then everything should work out okay. It should be decent. It should work out fine. We can go about everything and go from there. But that's just my take on it as a whole. The other thing is, hey, now these other companies need to come up and do the voice stuff. And recently, we just saw Gemini 1.5 show their updates and stuff. And what were they? And we can see what they were really focused on. What they were focused on was efficiency this past month, obviously, because you can see how many tokens they had more compared to the competitors, things, how efficient, how much more efficient did it become, and things along that accord. OpenAI, we see they just added a new feature. So now we're kind of seeing a split between these competitors, these two competitors. One is working on efficiency, one's working on features. We're kind of seeing they might not be on the same exact track. One is they're focusing on, they have different focuses over the last month or however long it took them to do it. We can see these different focuses coming off of that, which is great on its own. It's a wonderful thing. It's good to be able to compare and see how these companies are focusing their time, what they want to work on to become better. Google with Gemini, they probably focused on more efficiency because they're expecting a high amount of traffic within their product and incorporating it in search. So they need to get it, make it more efficient before they can give more features into it. But now we're gonna probably see a lot of more of the voice features come into a lot of these other products, whether it's being Copilot, Gemini, Claude, all of the above, whatever one there is. I want to do a top whatever AI product. We will get there one day. Personal channel ideas and things, but yeah, man, that's that's the news around this voice stuff, and it's almost crazy that we have to even go through that